Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and first of all, apologies I haven't been putting out many videos lately. I've really took a step back from the videos just because there's so much going on in terms of manufacturing, and I'm backwards and forwards here and there and everywhere, so apologies. I'm working on something that will make making content a lot easier in the future, and I'll be able to spend a lot more time on it, so just please bear with me and be patient. It will be worth the wait. But we're talking about my MTW Dig 2. Now you can see I've got all the front end stripped off. This is just a barrel nut I've thrown on there to keep the barrel on, because I've been doing a lot of things with this and I've been having an issue. So the issue that I've been having with this Dig 2 is it's just so overpowered. Now what I mean by that is, to get it down to around about a joule, I'm having to run the regulator like just under 50 psi, which anybody that runs one of these things knows that's not good, because the system can't, they're not really in their peak operating pressure. I think usually below like 80. I know sometimes you can get away with like 60 and 70 and they're fine, but for some reason I have to get much below down 50 psi to get this thing at 1 joule. And I was trying a few things. I didn't really know what was going on. This was obviously purchased from BZ. I talked to the guys at BZ quite a bit, so I rang up Joe at BZ and I was like, look, have you experienced anything with your Dig 2s where they're just a little bit overpowered? And he was like, no, not really, but he was like, check your hop, because the hop might be on quite a bit, creating that bit of extra back pressure. I was like, yeah, I'll check that. Check the hop. It was on pretty much all the way, which usually you'd think would lower your feet per second, but with HPA funny things happen. So I turned the hop off, and of course just noticed there's a bit of plastic there. What's that plastic for? Do they put a strip of like clear tape there to stop the receivers from wobbling? That's very weird. But turn the hop all the way off, still the same problem. I was asking if there's any difference with the XTS engines. They said not to their knowledge. I was like, fine. And it was actually, I was down at HC2 and I was discussing, they have a tech there called Andy, and I was discussing it with him. I was like, just no matter what I do, I've never had this problem before with any of my other MTWs. I can turn them down to like 80, 90 psi and they're usually around about where they need to be. And he was like, yeah, the Dig 2s come with restrictors. And I was like, what? He's like, they come with restrictors. So I didn't know. And just him saying it in passing, they actually come with these little restrictors, which usually you wouldn't need, but in my case I need it. So I'm gonna try and do this today and get this thing usable, because I've got to put all the front end back together. I want to get using this thing. There's going to be a lot of things that I change with the Dig 2, much to people's displeasure, but it's my gun. I'll do what I want with it. So we'll take this engine out. I'm not exactly sure where these restrictors go, because I've never had to do it before with an MTW. So we're just going to pull. In fact, what we'll do, because it's going to make my life easier, let's just take the barrel off. I was pulling everything off, and I was messing around with the hop trying to see what was going on. I need to take that feed tube out, so let's take that out first. Just trying everything. Now, the one thing I will say, and I've been saying this to everybody, I have been working on a lot of MTWs at the moment. And one of the things that I've been saying to people recently, they have these new feed tubes where they have this spring that sits in there, and the spring basically holds the BBs in place. And I always stress to people, look, the best thing you can do on a bog standard MTW now is remove that spring. It's gonna give you potentially a future issue where you clear your mag, you shoot it to the ground, nothing comes out. If you don't clear that feed tube, there's a chance that the gun can feed one in. And as I was messing with the chrono, I'd left this gun for a bit, pointed it at the floor to clear it as you do, pull the trigger, and a round comes out the barrel. And I hadn't actually took the spring off yet, so I really highly recommend taking those springs off. It's just not worth the hassle. You're saving like, what, 2 BBs it really doesn't matter that much. The only reason I've done the barrel like this is I've took it out backwards because I don't always like bending the tube through the receivers. So usually these used to come with white plastic nozzles, as far as I'm aware. Now I'm not sure where these restrictors go. I imagine it's in there. So we're going to pull this out and have a look. It can only really go in the nozzle, and obviously that spring sits on there. So I'm guessing, and this is a very big guess, that they sit in that there. So you've got quite a large throughput there. We're going to try one of these restrictors. So you've got the red, you've got the green, you've got the blue. I suppose we could start with red. What's the diameter like? Or we could go straight to green. It was quite high powered. I was running at my normal pressure that I run my other MTWs at. This was coming out at like 1.6 to 1.8 joules. So I take it it's as simple as dropping that in there like that, and there you go. And we'll test it, and then if we need a bit more power, and then I'll just move up to the red one. But yeah, I just, you know, semi-auto, you can kind of get away with running it at that pressure. It was fairly okay. If I was trying to spam like into the chrono box, if I was trying to shoot semi too quick, or I was firing auto, the gun was really struggling. And I obviously don't want that. I just want it to run reliably. Most of the time I'm going to be running this in semi only anyway. But there you go. So we'll put the hot back in. Put the barrel nut on for now. So yeah, the gun looks horrific at the moment, just because I've been taking it apart, like I say, trying to find the source of these issues. But I would like to get it built. I have bought another MTW, and that one will catch many of you by surprise. You probably will not understand why I've bought it, but I'll discuss that in the video. As always, I'm always doing funky stuff. I've got that many projects on the go at the minute, but all the projects that I've recently started, and like the Aero Precision build, which went up yesterday, I'm just stuck waiting for stuff. So, you know, I find out I need something like with the Aero Precision build, I need the threading tool to do it properly. I don't really want to half-arse it. So right, I need the threading tool, I need to order it, can't get one anywhere. The only place I found one was on Amazon, and it was like 2 to 3 weeks, so kind of stuck. Could swap the rail out for something else, but I don't. I really want to fit that Aero Precision rail. So this is now on. I've put the airline through the wrong place. Those of you watching that then will probably shout at your screens going, you've done that wrong. We can solve that easily by taking out this yoke and just pulling it through. So we'll remove this wire. We basically pull the airline. Don't always like doing this because it folds the airlines up like that, but it's the quickest way to do it. If I didn't have the barrel set and everything loose already, I would have done it that way, but I was like, oh, I can just do it by hand. So we thread this through again. So yeah, just been super busy. We've got many things dropping soon. So we've got the new batch of Jaeger impacts, of course. We've got the new batch of propane adapters. They've been out of stock for a while now. It's just, you know, trying to work your machining schedule around everything else going on, which you'll notice like a lot of machine parts on the website are out of stock, and that's just because we've prioritized the impacts and of course the propane adapters. So Normal scheduling will resume soon. So let's plug this in here. And then we'll see if what we've done has worked. So let's get our airline and our regulator. So we are set, that's where I was last set to, which was 60. So we're going to dial this up. A lot of people don't understand that these are Imperial Allen keys. And I do get asked quite a lot on Discord. And it's a 30 seconds. Or you can use a T10 if you want to, but I tend to want to use the normal stuff. So we're at 50, 60, 70. We'll go 80 roughly first, which should mean we should be okay. So we need some ammo. Dropped my speed loader earlier. I'm going to fill this mag that comes with it. The mag that comes with it is a King Arms mid cap. I think they're like a 120 or a 130 round mag. So let's connect it up to the air. See what it sounds like. Sounds a lot quieter compared to what it did. I mean, you guys will have heard it from the first unboxing. So we're set to 2 5s on the chrono. We are we're on a 3 to a 4 on the hop. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're bang on a joule. Very consistently a joule. It was like deviating like 0.01 of a joule. So we're perfect. So green restrictor. You obviously got different ones in there. So if you require it, you can restrict them even further down. We'll just test auto, because auto was where I was really having a problem because of the pressure. Auto works absolutely fine, and the gun sounds a lot better. It's not pushing out so much freaking air that we're good to go. So the only reason why I've put this on video for you guys and took you along on the journey, you guys like it when I talk rather than when I just, you know, speed through stuff, was just in case you got a Dig 2 and you didn't know, because I didn't know, and if I don't know, I'll always tell you when I do know. So the normal MTWs, I'm told that the normal MTWs that don't come with the XTS engines don't have these. Now, that could be true or false. I'm really not too sure. I'll need to check the other box with the one that's turned up. But if you've got a Dig 2, because a few of you did say you were having the same issues where it was like 1.5 to 1.6 joules at your normal operating pressure, go in your box, find these restrictors, use that guide to fit a green one, and you'll be good to go. So thanks very much for tuning in. This is a big ongoing project. It's being massively overhauled and modified. Not only are we getting parts to fit onto it, so we stripped the retro front end off. We're going to be keeping the front sight post, but we'll be fitting a rail system. We'll be swapping these parts for more modern parts as well, knocking up special mounting options, and then we're going to do something with Cerakote, something and make it something silly. But just it's one of the things where there's parts for this that we are manufacturing as well. But if I can get to a game tomorrow, I would like to take this and just run it through and just see if there's any issues that I need to iron out. So thanks for tuning in as always. Apologies if I've bored you in any way, or, you know, ranted and waffled. It's just what I do best. It's how I do videos. If you don't like it, unfortunately, you are stuck with it. So thanks as always. We'll be seeing you in the next video. Tune in tomorrow, where you'll see the other MTW I bought, I suppose, by the time I'm filming this. Discord links in the description below. Get involved with the Jaeger community. It costs you absolutely nothing. What I do see a lot of people now is charging to get onto their Discords. I'm never going to do that. It's a free community where you can go and get involved. So thank you again for sticking with me. And from me and Bench, we'll be seeing you in the next one.